points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The slot man in motion right. Now a give here to Pollard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with second and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on second and long. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a third and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. Fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line, and he returns this to the 22. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking for Campbell downfield. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. You normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. Fields it right around the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Extra point right down the middle, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Wilson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going for it with the option right. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. They go play action now. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They go play action with Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be caught by Sutton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To throw is Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Hands it off out of the gun. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's caught left side by Judy. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. From the gun, it's Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have cut it back within a score. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good. Dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Prescott looks to throw on first. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott, probably not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there. Prescott, they're going to throw for it.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Right side, and now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Play after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Wilson. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Open man, and again it's Sutton. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Paris Campbell, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the 10. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as he'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
In motion comes the tight end left. On third down, Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Here we go. It's Wilson on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. There he goes left side. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome. But a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talk so much about the turnover battle.